Friends, I welcome you. My name is Valentina Petitsa. I am an interior designer. Today, we will consider such a document as a commercial proposal of an interior designer for a potential client. The very first contact between a designer and a client takes place either by phone, or the client writes you an email, or addresses you through the chat of your site. There are options. As a rule, the first thing a client turns to you is that he has such and such an apartment or house, so many meters, and he wants exactly the same design that he saw in your magnificent portfolio, in a magazine or in movie. Then a logical question follows. How much will it cost? And here, an interesting point. What do most designers do? After a little thought, the designer answers, either that there is a price list on the site and the client can familiarize himself with it in detail and without haste, this is at best, or simply writes in a letter the price for one SQM and the total area. And that's it. And it's all. And this is all that a designer who respects himself and the client is capable of? Do you think that's enough? This is the fault of most designers and even large studios with huge and beautiful projects. I confess, and I have sinned, but for the time being. But more often than not, the client, before embarking on all the bad news, does the marketing of matching the price and quality of the design. And he has dozens of such faceless answers to his question. So please tell me how he, the client, should remember you and distinguish you among this gray mass of identical answers. If the cost of services is also practically the same, then we ask ourselves the questions, why did the client pass by? Why did he choose our competitors? Because we are so handsome and our price list is far from transcendental. Yes, because the competition is off scale, and a novice designer simply cannot do without dancing with tambourines, cannot survive. Of course, every designer who has his own face and treats a potential client with respect should have his own commercial proposal template and actively use it in working with a client. What is a commercial offer? This is a document that is issued to a potential client in need of interior design services with an offer of the services they want. And the document, accordingly, must be designer, that is, beautiful, organized, with the ability to send a commercial proposal, both in electronic form and with the ability to print it out for hand-to-hand. It is highly desirable to use corporate colors and attributes in order to be recognizable. From the very first page, the client should feel that they are being addressed to him, precisely to him. Let's take a look at what should be reflected in a commercial proposal for an interior design client. As an example, I propose to consider my template. 1. Title page, branded. It contains the name of the company, the logo, the name of the document, the date, who created this commercial offer and for whom it was created. It can be either a private person or a company. 2. A cover letter. A cover letter with gratitude to the client for choosing you to solve such an important task in the design of his interior. This letter also contains a description of the content of the document so that the client can imagine what he will read about, as well as an invitation to cooperation with the requisites for feedback. 3. About us, or who are we? When and where is your studio based? This column should contain a brief description of the company's philosophy, what it does, what services it provides, what problems it solves, what its goals are, and why the client needs you. You cannot skimp in the description that you, the good Jedi, saving him, the client, from difficulties and hardships, from unnecessary spending of time and money. We write the truth and only the truth. Additionally, in this column, you can drop a link to the page of your site, where information about the company is more detailed. 4. Our team. What kind of specialists will work on the design project and lead it from start to finish? Preferably with portrait photos. You can also drop links to a page with a CV of a specialist and his portfolio. If you do not have a portfolio posted on any web resource, then it is advisable to make a page in the commercial offer with photographs of your work.